Here's a shocking twist that's shaking up the fantasy football world. Joe Burrow's injury isn't just a setback for the Bengals. It's a seismic shift in the entire NFL landscape. Imagine this: your star quarterback, the one who dominated drafts and carried your team's hopes, is sidelined for months. But here's where it gets controversial. What if this injury actually helps some of his teammates? Let's break down the chaos and see who's really winning or losing. In this new reality, the Burrow fallout, a fantasy season in freefall. Joe Burrow's torn toe ligaments mean surgery and a recovery timeline stretching into December. That's a fantasy death sentence for the Bengals offense. But if you drafted Jamar Chase or T. Higgins, you're in a whole different boat. According to RotoViz's Game Splits app, Chase drops from 20.7 PPR points with Burrow to a brutal 11.1 without him. Higgins, he plummets from 15.2 to 11.8. And this isn't just stats on a page. This is the Bengals' playoff hopes crumbling. But here's the twist. Jake Browning, the backup, actually showed some grit in his debut by targeting Chase relentlessly. Can he keep two elite receivers afloat? Or will the Bengals abandon the air and run it into the ground? Your answer to that question might just save your season. J.J. McCarthy's nightmare. Is this the beginning of the end? If Burrow's injury was the biggest fantasy story of the week, J.J. McCarthy's performance was a close second. The Vikings' rookie QB looked like a deer in headlights, and the Falcons' defense didn't even need to break a sweat. But here's where it gets really interesting. McCarthy isn't just a first-year starter. He's a second-year pro with zero margin for error. The Vikings are a contender, and McCarthy's mistakes, like that baffling play where he got glued to one side of the field, are becoming viral fuel for critics. Could this be the start of a passive-aggressive Twitter campaign where fans resurrect his college highlights? Don't be surprised if the JJ panic trend blows up by Monday. Quinshon Judkins' rookie debut, a bright spot in Cleveland. While some players are falling apart, Quinshon Judkins is making a splash. The Browns' rookie back earned 10 carries in just 19 snaps, proving he's the real deal. But here's the catch. Cleveland's offense is a dumpster fire. Even if Judkins dominates the ball, can he outshine a defense that's basically handing teams points? For now, he's a solid midweek starter, but the Browns' Week 3 matchup against the Packers might test his mettle. If you're holding him, just remember, better days are ahead once Micah Parsons and company are out of the picture. The Week 2 wildcards, surprises and disappointments. Justin Fields. He went from a 400-yard masterpiece to a concussion-marred dud in a heartbeat. Lesson learned? Fields is a boom-or-bust QB who needs a running mate. Check the waiver wire for piggyback options before it's too late. Rome Odunze. The Bears' first-rounder is finally showing his potential, out-targeting DJ Moore and producing like a WR2. But can he thrive with Caleb Williams under center? Spoiler, probably not. Still, Odunze's Week 3 matchup against Dallas is a silver lining. Tyler Warren. The Colts' tight end is stealing the spotlight from Colston Loveland, who's all but vanished. Warren's 2-game average makes him a TE4, while Loveland's 3 targets, one from a backup QB, spell trouble. If you're in a 12-team league, Loveland might already be a cut candidate. Controversial take. Is Daniel Jones finally for real? Daniel Jones just became the QB2 in the league, and fantasy managers are this close to buying the hype. But here's the counterpoint. His supporting cast is better than ever, and his coaching staff is legit. Does that mean Jones can sustain this success? Or is this just another hot streak that fizzles? One thing's for sure. He's a must-start in Week 3 against the Titans. Just don't get too attached yet. The waiver wire. Who's hot? Who's not? Looking for steals? Jake Browning is a must-add in Superflex leagues, and Elik Aomaner and Troy Franklin are climbing their depth charts. But don't sleep on Calvin Ridley. His 2-week target disadvantage over Aomaner is a red flag. Meanwhile, Aaron Jones is already nursing a hamstring injury, and his 46.6% snap share is a fantasy manager's worst nightmare. Final thoughts and thought-provoking questions. 1. Is J.J. McCarthy about to become the most meme-worthy QB in NFL history? 2. How many more fourth and short masterstrokes can Andy Reid cook up? 3. Should Brandon Aubrey even be in the MVP conversation after his Week 2 performance? Let us know your take in the comments. This week's chaos is just the beginning.